Many people mistake the Sigma male as the shy guy, thinking he knows nothing. Little do they know that this is how he wants it to be perceived. He is not shy, he just doesn't want to be seen. He knows exactly what he's doing and is not one to be underestimated. He is the quiet one who absorbs everything, watching every move and analyzing every person. While the Sigma man may seem like a harmless introvert, he is actually a dangerous opponent you don't want to mess with. He may not have big muscles or a loud voice, but his sharp mind and strategy are his most valuable weapons. He is unpredictable and hard to read, but that is exactly what makes him so dangerous. He would never use his power or intelligence for malicious purposes, but if pushed to the edge, he can be a force to be reckoned with. Sigma males march to the beat of their own drum, choosing to live outside society's dominant hierarchy. While they may seem calm and collected, here are 10 reasons why they can be seriously dangerous. 1. Their unpredictability can mess up your head. There's nothing quite like the feeling of not knowing what to expect from someone. Some people's unpredictability can really put you on edge, especially when you push them too far. It's like walking on a tightrope with no safety net. You never know what's going to happen next, and that uncertainty can mess with your head. It's not just the fact that Sigma men are unpredictable. It's the way they make you feel when you can't anticipate their reactions. It's like you're constantly on guard, waiting for the other shoe to drop. This can be seriously risky, especially if you're in a confrontational situation with a Sigma. You might think you have the upper hand because they're not loud or aggressive, but that's exactly what makes them so dangerous. They don't show their cards, so you can never be sure what they're thinking or planning. It's like playing a poker game with someone who knows exactly what cards you have, but you have no idea what they're holding. When you push someone notoriously unpredictable, the results can be even more jarring. You never quite know how they will react, and this can make even the most straightforward interactions feel like a minefield. 2. Their danger is like an iceberg, most of it hidden. People often underestimate Sigma males because of their modest demeanor. They think that what they see is all there is to them. However, the Sigma man has many layers and is not easy to figure out. He may seem aloof and uninterested, but beneath the surface lies a mind that is constantly analyzing and strategizing. This always surprises those who dare to dig deeper and underestimate his intelligence and power. But he keeps these hidden, making it difficult for others to truly understand him. The Sigma man is not one to reveal his full potential until the right moment. And when that time comes, it can be quite surprising and even dangerous. He usually avoids confrontation, but when pushed to his limits, he is the type who is quiet but deadly. It takes a lot to push him over the edge. But once he's there, you better watch out. While the alpha male is so loud and obvious that you can see their danger a mile away, the Sigma male's danger is hidden beneath the surface, making him an unpredictable and tricky opponent. He keeps it all inside until he needs to use it. This makes him a ticking time bomb that can explode when least expected. 3. They lurk in the shadows, silently watching your every move. Many people are not aware of the Sigma's presence because he chooses to stay in the background. He is not one to seek attention or recognition, but it doesn't mean he isn't paying attention. His introverted nature allows him to observe everything around him without being noticed. He can easily blend into the shadows and silently watch your every move. This makes it difficult for others to predict his next move or even know if he's a potential threat. It's like playing a game of chess with someone who can see all your moves, but you can't see theirs. Those who know about Sigmas choose to have them on their side rather than against them. They are the perfect allies because they have a keen eye for detail and can spot any potential danger from afar. Some people don't even know when they've offended a Sigma until it's too late. He watches, waits, and calculates his moves carefully, making him a dangerous individual to cross. 4. They are always thinking and planning, even when they seem laid back. Sigma men may seem like they're just going with the flow and taking things easy, but don't be fooled. Their mind is always active, constantly analyzing and planning their next move. They don't make rash decisions or act impulsively. Every action is carefully thought out. This makes them a dangerous opponent because he will not make mistakes that can easily be taken advantage of. He is always thinking 2 steps ahead, making it difficult for others to outsmart him. And because he doesn't seek recognition or power, his plans are not fueled by ego or personal gain, but rather by a desire for self-preservation and success. Sigma males are not reckless. They are calculated and precise, which you would never expect from someone who appears so laid back. These people often have great intuition and are excellent at seeing the bigger picture in any situation. They might not physically be running around, but their mind is constantly racing. 5. They are highly intelligent and strategic, bringing both thrill and danger. Alpha males are known for their brute strength and dominance, always wanting to be in control. They base their actions on physical power and intimidation, usually relying on their brawn rather than brains. This doesn't mean they are not smart, but they don't typically rely that much on strategy and planning. This not only makes them predictable, but also vulnerable. While Sigma males may not have the same physical presence, they make up for it with their intelligence and strategic thinking. They don't need to rely on brute force because they can easily outsmart their opponents. Their mind is their weapon, always sharp and ready for any challenge. 6. They are hard to read, making it difficult to know what they're really capable of. These individuals have a natural poker face that is difficult to read, making it challenging for others to know their capabilities. This adds an element of mystery and intrigue to their personality, making them even more alluring but also dangerous. Their ability to hide their true thoughts and feelings makes them like a blank canvas, and it's up to you to try and decipher their intentions. However, this is no easy task, as Sigma men are skilled at keeping their emotions in check and masking their true motives. This makes them hard to read even for the most intuitive individuals, which can be quite intimidating. Being unable to read someone can create a sense of discomfort and unease, especially if you're trying to figure out what they're capable of. This not only keeps you on edge, but also makes it difficult for you to plan your own next move. How can you prepare for something when you don't even know what it is? There's a saying that goes, "It's not the enemy you know that you should worry about, it's the one you don't." 7. They may be charming, but they can also be highly manipulative. Charm can be a powerful tool in the hands of the right person. It can open doors, win over hearts, and sway opinions. However, with charm comes another side to the coin, the ability to manipulate. While Sigma men may not necessarily use their charm for malicious purposes, they can be highly manipulative when someone threatens their safety or goals. They have this knack for getting people to do things without noticing it, making it tricky to spot their influence. This can be extremely dangerous, as you could be unknowingly playing right into their hands. Playing this game of manipulation is like dancing with fire. It can be thrilling, but if you're not careful, you might get burned. While messing with someone's emotions and thoughts is never a good thing, it's even more dangerous when the person doing it is highly strategic and hard to read. This combination can make them tough opponents, and you may not even realize what you're actually playing. You might think you're in control, but the reality could be far from it. 8. They will do whatever it takes to win if you really push them. While these guys are not confrontational or aggressive, there are times when someone simply can't seem to stop pushing their buttons. Despite being notified or warned, that person doesn't seem to care and continues pushing. Even Sigma men have their limits, and if you push them too far, you might face a different side of them. It's like poking a bear with a stick. Eventually, the bear will retaliate and fight back. Their unpredictable nature and sharp thinking can make them quite dangerous when provoked, as they will do whatever it takes to win. They don't shy away from confrontation or conflict. They just approach it in their own unique way. If you continue to ignore the warning signs and keep pushing, then good luck to you, because you'll probably need it. The last thing you want is a Sigma man with a vendetta against you. They won't stop until they come out on top, and that can be a terrifying thought. 9. Their anticipation radar is always on, keeping them one step ahead. It seems like some people have a sixth sense when it comes to knowing what's going to happen next. But how do they do it? The answer lies in their ability to anticipate. Sigma men are masters of anticipation and rely on their past experiences and quick thinking to stay one step ahead of any potential threat. They have learned to recognize warning signs and cues, allowing them to prepare and plan accordingly. This superhuman skill allows them to avoid danger before it even arrives, making them seem almost untouchable. It's a gift that can't be taught, but for those who possess it, it can mean the difference between success and failure. Sigma males can process information at lightning speed, giving them a significant advantage over opponents. Many people wonder how they do it, but the truth is, sometimes even Sigma men don't know themselves. It's almost like a reflex or instinct that has been honed over time, one that comes naturally to them. This also makes them dangerous in their own right. They are able to see through people's actions and agendas, making it difficult for others to manipulate them. This skill can frustrate those who attempt to outsmart them, as they often find themselves outmaneuvered at every turn. 10. There's more to them than what you see at first glance. The old adage, "Don't judge a book by its cover," has never been more true than when it comes to Sigma males. It can often be easy to make snap judgments about them based on their appearance or initial interactions, but the reality is that there is typically much more to them than what meets the eye. Sigma men are complex beings with many layers to their personality. They might seem shy or like beginners, people thinking they are easy to manipulate. But those who underestimate them will quickly realize their mistake. They are just different, preferring to observe and strategize rather than jump right into the thick of things. This often makes them appear reserved or distant, but in reality, they are simply taking everything in before making a move. Their quiet nature can sometimes be misleading, as they have a deep well of knowledge and skills that they keep hidden until the right moment. So don't judge them too quickly. You might be surprised by what lies beneath the surface.